and welcome to another video with Sean Vegan and Frodo. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful, wonderful, super warm day out wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It is pretty warm here. That's why my hair is all like, whoo. It's actually like over 30 degrees here in Brisbane. So nice and hot. And so I wanted to make a video about doing 200 or 200 plus kilometer rides. Because that's what I've been doing quite a bit lately. I did one just yesterday and I've been finding them a lot more comfortable and easy, and I've been pushing myself to get them done in like a shorter period of time. Of course, the period of time that you get them done and would vary on the elevation, on the weather, on the headwinds, on other things that are happening at the time. If you're riding with other people, if you know they have issues, if you have punctures, just like if it rains, all sorts of different things, if you have ton of traffic lights on your path and whatnot, if you know where you're going and blah blah blah. So let's make a quick video on how to make them easier, how to basically get them done, because at this point I want, like, my first 100k ride would have been only about 8 months ago, when very first time I got my bike and I started riding it. And over the time, over like the duration of this year, doing a 100 or 150 kilometer bike ride really does not feel that tiring. Like a 100k ride, like honestly right now for me, is not even that tiring. And I'm not like bragging it, I'm just saying that it is incredible to me that I'm a vegan and I don't take any supplements or any kind of, stuff that people inject into themselves, or drink coffee or anything like that. And I don't do sugar waters anymore. I just live off raw fruits and veggies. And yes, I have Cliff bars and leather bars and things like that, just for nutrition, for that calorically dense kind of mess, with some things kind of for quick snacks on the road. But it's amazing to me that my body was able to get used to them and really feel like it's not really an impact, even though like it is a workout. So for me, I want to get to the point where 200 kilometer bike ride is really not an effort. Like, I want to get to the point when it's so easy that I can do 200 kilometer, like 250k bike ride, every day for a week straight, because I think it's a really awesome level of fitness, basically. That's what I think. So here's a quick video for you guys. If you haven't done a 200k bike ride, or you're looking to increase your kilometers and you're wanting to see how it's done or how to get it done, especially now it's summer outside, we can be doing more riding. And let's get on to it. So basically, first you need to figure out the route, like where you'd be going. If you've been riding for a while, or you've been doing lots of rides for a while, you kind of know the general distance from where you live to a specific destination around you, like the radius around your city, right? Like, you'd know where the 50k mark kind of is. If you want to go for a 50k bike ride, where you end up, you'd know an average where is the mark for 100k, for 80k, and so on. So basically figure out your route, whether you want to ride somewhere and then ride back, or whether you want to just ride, and then from A to B, the point B, you want to catch the train back or something, or get picked up, because there's all these different components of it. And seriously, like, I totally understand when you're riding for that long, you kind of sometimes don't want to ride over the same exact path, because it gets boring, because you want to keep it fun, you want to be engaged, you want to keep it interesting, not just like keep pedaling and pedaling and pedaling. So that would be my first tip. Figure out your route. Figure out if you're happy just to ride, to town that is 80 or 100k away and ride back, or whether you want to ride somewhere where it's 200k away from you and make it more adventurous, more interesting, and then get a friend to pick you up and take you back home, or get a public transport, whatever, if you have that available. So think about that, look at that, make sure you kind of know the routes as well, because you don't want to be out on your bike for like 20 hours just for a 200k bike ride, because it can be very, very hard, like, especially when the conditions are perfect, but you just don't know where you're going, so you're just continuously stopping, trying to figure out the maps and things. So that'd be number one. Number two, especially in the hot weather conditions that we've been having in Australia, is water. Like I've been riding all this time without like camelback. Like it's just like a little water thing in here. I'll show you. It's like, yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. Sorry, my thing. But it's just like basically a little container that's inside of your little bag. You fill it up with water and then you just like, you suck it and it's like a straw. And seriously, water in here is still from last night and it's actually quite cool. It's funny and it's like so warm outside. Yeah, so this is so helpful. Number one, like honestly, almost like number one thing, it is so like a next really big tip is staying hydrated. The importance of hydration and fuel over the rides is insane over a long period of time, especially with this like 30-degree heat days that we're having in Australia right now, and it's not even summer yet. So continuously keep pumping the water. When you stop at traffic lights, guzzle some water from your, water bottle. When you're just going and riding, just quickly, this is like on your back. You just whip out the little tube and you like get some water in you, because hydration is so important. And I'll tell you what, if you're riding, okay, number one, things that you need to think about, when was the last time you needed to go to the bathroom? Because if you're not drinking enough, you're not going to need to go to the bathroom, right? So you want to be needing to go to the bathroom and pee every like hour and a half at least. Every couple hours, definitely. If you're not, you're dehydrated. If you've been riding for a few hours and you start getting headaches, you're dehydrated. Drink more water. Just seriously, stop whatever you're doing and just get some water in you. It is so important. Like I can't stress that enough. When you go to the bathroom, when you see you need to make sure that you're peeing clear or any other color, like slightly yellow or yellow, you need more water. Drink more water. Seriously, just whatever you can do. Wherever, drink and drink and drink and drink. Obviously, like don't make yourself like pop, but make sure that you're continuously drinking throughout the ride. That is just like so important. Not necessarily, you don't even have to be going for long rides or big rides or doing any kind of riding. Drink a lot of water all the time, every day. Seriously. I'm just gonna keep saying that. Another thing is food and fueling. If you want to be out and about for 10 hours on your bike, pushing 20-25 k an hour minimum, like going up and down hills, fighting against headwind, you have to have some sort of fuel in you, because you can't just run on empty. You're gonna bonk hard. Like you're gonna run out of your glycogen stores in your muscles. You're gonna run out of energy that you have in like a couple of hours, and then you're gonna be grumpy and annoyed and angry and probably hating your bike. So what you need to do is just like remind yourself that you need fuel. Like your body is in a way a machine. Like you need to fuel it in order for it to perform, right? So make sure you have some sort of muesli bars. Make sure you have like dates or bananas. You stop and eat at some like little cafe or restaurant. Have some juice. Have a smoothie throughout the duration, like every hour, every couple of hours, have some sort of food. Another little something recent that I've been having, and it's a good idea, like little sultanas, little raisins. So they're still whole foods. They're not dates if you sick and tired of dates, of eating just dates on your roads. However, they're really good as well on your long rides. But yeah, these guys, they're still whole foods. They're still sugary. And they give you that energy that you need on completing, a 10 or 12 hour bike ride up and down hills and fighting the wind. It's just, you need to make sure that you fuel in your body. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. And it's not just you, anyone will. Like professional athletes, they don't do their crazy big rides on empty stomachs. They're fueling themselves up, and they're fueling themselves up with carbohydrates, with, nutritionally dense foods, with water, with hydration. Like just take care of yourself, basically. Well, another quick tip would be, sleep. So make sure that you do get a good night's sleep. If you can't get the full 8 hours, get as close to 8 hours as you can, and get more if it is possible. And stretching. So it is really, really important to stretch out your calves, stretch out your shoulders, do all sorts of different kind of stretches, to make sure that your body feeling good and feeling flexible, because it is important to do it the night before, throughout your ride, during your ride, and the next day or after your ride, because your muscles do get stiff if you're just kind of in that one position, kind of bent and going towards and going. So it is so important to stretch your body out, get rid of that lactic acid, help it recover after those rides, especially as well. And by doing that, you will feel better afterwards. You'll recover faster, and you'll want to go for a big ride again soon. And that is how you get used to them. That is how you train your body to be able to do those endurance based, very, very long endurance rides, if that's your thing, if that's what you want to be doing. I know not everyone wants to spend freaking 12 hours a day on a bike, but yeah, some of us do. So we learn how to do it, and we do everything we can to help our bodies recover and to be able to get it done. So let's end this video here. It's been 11 and a half minutes already. So get outside, do some sort of kind of exercise, even if it is just like a 10K bike ride or a nice walk along the river. Enjoy the outside, drink plenty of water, have ton of colorful whole foods plants, just whole as it is, before we started processing it and playing up with it. I've been getting ton of watermelons lately, just because they're in season and they taste amazing, and they are really hydrating and full of fiber. And remember to stop counting calories, start counting kills, count your adventures, count your passions, go outside and make it happen. See ya.